Welcome back to PYJynJoy, Messages from the Divine. This is Charmaine, your holistic life coach, coming to you with a message for the collective. Before we get started, let's cleanse the energy of the space and see what message our little animal guides has. So, Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Divine animal guides, what message do you have for the collective today? That's for their highest good. What message do you have for the collective today? Ah, okay, so let's split the deck. We have the Magician and Justice. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So we have Justice, Elephant, 8, and that is fair decisions will be made after all the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of a disagreement. And then we have the Magician, 1, Unicorn. There is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. So with the Justice, you see the elephant has the scales. There's a little bird on one, so that's why it's tipped down a little bit. 8 is also all about your abundance, your strength. And what's stronger than an elephant can really, even lions are terrified of elephants if they're in their prime. So it's just pulling on your strength to make sure that you're doing things properly. And then with the Magician, 1 is all about new beginnings. And you see the infinity symbol, which is interesting because it looks like the 8 on its side. So these are really, again, going together. They're both major arcana cards. So with the Magician, you know that's all that you have is what you need is within you. So with the Unicorn, it's also the unicorns are so unique. They are rare creatures, revered creatures. So it says there is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. So you have the Justice and the Magician together. You can manifest the best for you. So let's see what this comes out to be. We'll keep these in mind. So the message is not always going to be for everyone. So what you need to do is take from it what will help you in your life, and make whatever changes you feel are necessary. So let's see what the immediate past has for us. 3, the Empress. 3 is all about expansion. It's about your harmony, past, present, future, the Trinity. So we have an Angora rabbit, and with the Empress in the traditional tarot deck, it has a shield with made like a heart that has the Venus symbol. So this little Empress Angora rabbit, she has a little necklace and it's around there. And then you have the wheat, so it's showing for prosperity and growth, the flowers, a little dragonfly. And dragonflies are also known to be spirit animals themselves. Like we may get a message from one of your spirits. So you have time to hop into action. Use your natural creativity to bring forth prosperity and success in your life. So as we're going through it, think of how could be related to your life, and then the attributes of the animals. So like an Angora rabbit, they're very lush, they're luxurious, they are also quick, they can multiply quickly too. So in manifesting, so remember in the beginning, it was all about the manifestation. So to manifest, you want to take on those attributes. You want to be able to hop into action. You want to use your natural creativity. You want to have that prosperity and having success. So this sounds like it's going to be a manifestation and using your strength along with it. So we have the world. You are manifesting the world for yourself. So this is the present right now. 2 plus 1 again is 3. So continuing that. So far as 4 major arcana cards. And the major arcana are all about major life, like big things happening in your life, not the day to day like you would see with the suits. So this says Shetland sheepdog. Congratulations on successfully accomplishing what you set out to do! Exclamation. You've made it through the challenges and incorporated the lessons life offered you with grace and courage. So you see this cute little Shetland sheepdog. So sheepdogs are also herders. They are working dogs. So you're getting your work done with your manifestation, but you'll have these laurels, and on the laurels are all these butterflies, multicolored butterflies. And butterflies are all about change, transformation. He has 2 little scepters, a gold and a silver. And then you have the podium that he's on. It's a Corinthian column. So it's just a beautiful thing. He's like, yes. and even with something on his collar. Oh, again, look, the collar has an infinity symbol. So remember the infinity symbol from the magician. So you are doing well. So it says, congratulations, accomplished what you set out to do. So that's at you with the present. So let's see, and we'll go into each card individually, but we'll get the 5 out. So this is the immediate future, page of earth, cheerful, reliable, intelligent, mischievous. So you see this little tabby cat has a little crown on its head. It's in a library, getting ready to learn something. Earth is all about your foundation, your money. Again, this is manifestation, so you're probably learning something in the immediate future that can help with your manifestation to build your prosperity. Earth is also your support, your root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. So that's where your money, your material, your family, your support, all of that is housed there. So it says, Tabby Cat, a wonderful opportunity related to your work or education, such as promotion or scholarship, is coming your way. Seize this chance to learn something exciting or start a more rewarding and uplifting career. So this little tabby, she has a paw on the top book, and she's like, you know what? Let me learn something new so that I can manifest my most brilliant self. And that's the whole point with PYJynJoy. I want to help people to get unstuck and get to be your brilliant self by evolving and constantly growing, seeing things and changing. And that's what this is all about. When you manifest, you can create your own life. The thoughts that you have in your head today are what's going to produce what happens tomorrow and so forth. So what you want to do is don't worry about where you are now when you start your manifestation. Oh, I don't really have the money, or I don't have the knowledge to do the type of job that I want. That's you now and past. That's not what you need for the future. You let that go and you begin to say instead, oh, you know what? I'm going to be like this little tabby cat, get myself to the library or get myself some coursework, maybe online, maybe in person. A lot of universities will offer things, community colleges and such. So you be like, I'm going to go and get the education or knowledge that I need to help me with this new endeavor. That's how you phrase things, and then you can move forward. So now with the distant past, look at this. We have Ace of Water, dove. So this dove is in a beautiful, abundant, prosperous, I was going to say forest, no, orchard. And in the middle of it is this fountain. And from the fountain, all the tears, like Tiers, from the tears, the water is flowing down to these lily pads that have lotus flowers on them. And again, lotus is like your crown chakra. So the thoughts, your downloads, and a dove from the divine. So Ace is one, new beginnings. Water is all about your emotions. So you're getting in the distant past, there was you working on your emotions and the feelings that you have, and they're working well. Look at all of this abundance. So it says this is the beginning of a new emotional experience for you. It may be the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or the awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. So this is more of a manifestation. So I would say, and also with this learning with your pentacles. So it's not so much a romance, but more so as perhaps you're learning more about your spiritual gifts and insights. Perhaps that's what you're doing. You're someone who's an empath and wants to learn more about it, and you're going back to school to take care of that. You want to manifest more of your psychic abilities. So let's see what the distant future holds. More water. So we went from 1, again, 10 is 1, so 1 and 1. 11 is a master number in numerology. So it's all about spirituality. So this is very well, could be that you are on a spiritual enlightenment quest, your journey for spirituality. So it says prairie dog, and I love that there's a rainbow. Rainbows remind me of Jyn for pigeon, Jyn, ginger, and then Joy, Joy for Josie, my Maltese and Bichon. They are my rainbow messages they always give me. So it says it's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or a chosen family of close friends. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy, balanced children. So that's what this is telling you. And with that, it's showing you with family, you can have blood relatives or you can have your close friends. Those are all your family. You can choose who your family is with. There's a lot of times people are not with their families, blood family, but you have friends that are your family. And that's a blessing. It's a blessing that you should always appreciate, because it's those who love you, who respect you, who support you, who want to see you make your best of your life. Those are the ones that's your family. And you want to stay with them. And there's going to be arguments and such. So it doesn't mean an argument should end anything, but it also should be where it's respectful. So with that, it's saying, and again, remember, this is all about manifestation. So sometime in the distant future, you're going to have some type of congratulations going on. Maybe once you've manifested this new life of yours, it will include a family. But for right now, it's where you are getting into your spiritual, and that could be your spiritual family. So you may be very well creating a spiritual type of manifestation, like you're on your spiritual journey, and then you are going to meet, because remember, there's is saying relationships and such. So you may be developing like close associates who are also on that same spiritual quest as you, and who you will be able to build a family relationship with. So at the bottom we have 8 justice again. We also have the moon. 18. 1 plus 9 is 1 plus 9. 1 plus 8 is 9. So that's endings, completions. So it could be that you were in a bit of the darkness, because these are all ones. So you may have been in a situation where your emotions, because the moon is divine feminine energy, it's your emotions, it's nurturing, it's how you feel about things. And it could very well be that you were, before you started this quest of your spirituality, it was when you were going through maybe a darker period, and you had, like myself, you may have heard me say my story before. It's like I've created PYJynJoy because I have had so much grief in the short period of time, like the last 5 or 6 years, where from my father passing, my little dog's Pigeon, not Josie because she passed in 2008, but Ziggy just a year ago, March 24, and then Ginger of August 22. So it's like a lot that's happening where a dark moment can make you turn towards your spirituality, think of things and see things differently. So I took up tarot. I always had an interest in tarot and began to do that. So also astrology I've always loved. So I'm studying evolutionary astrology, but I've always done runes. I've always done crystals, numerology. So those things is just adding more to it. So look at this links. That could very well be you, that you may have had a period that you had to go inside, and through your meditation and through your connecting with the divine, with source, with spirit, you realize that you can overcome that grief, that depth of emotions, and grow into your spiritual evolution and help others. So it says it's important to trust your intuition. Even if you're unsure of what's happening, all will be revealed soon. So worry is unnecessary. So think of the lynx. The lynx, people may see it because it's not as big as a lion, but it's bigger than look. Look at the tabby and the lynx. It's bigger than a tabby, but it's still a smaller cat. So people may say, "Oh, it's cute." No, but it's a lynx. A lynx they're beautiful for one, and also they're very powerful, and they're very mysterious. They're night hunters. So you have, again, a butterfly, just like next to the dog, you have the butterfly, a blue butterfly this time. The light is shining from the moonlight, illuminating this lynx. So that's what it could very well be. You had to come from a dark period and emerge. So let's see now. Let's go to the distant past. Tell us some more, animal guides, about this dove situation, the ace of water. There's a new beginning with spiritual gifts and insights. Tell us some more about that, my little animal guides. Page of water. So more water. You are in a lot of emotions, my friends. So someone out there is somewhere very emotional. Page of water. So you had ace of water. Now with page, a page is like at the beginning stages. So that makes sense. And if you were coming from a dark moment, that you're just getting connected with your emotions and how you'll connect with spirit and your intuition, your insights, your inner voice, all of that. So just like this little deer, it says sensitive, kind, open-hearted, inexperienced. So you're new to all of this esoteric life. You've done the mundane before, and now you're moving on to other things. Because it could be just like with myself, the mundane just wasn't enough to help me. And in fact, I just had a beautiful meditation this morning that was saying to help me with my sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is above your pubic bone, below your navel, below your navel. And what happens there is you can think that's where your sexual organs are, so your sensuality. It's also passion, your creativity. It's where you can hold deep emotions. So it was saying to let go, to move on. And it was telling me I need to move on from whatever type of guilt or pain that I may have felt in association with my dog's passing, because there was a lot that was going on with him. The physical, like Ginger had a brain tumor, and we went through all the radiation for her and stuff. And then Ziggy had a stroke, but it wasn't the stroke that messed him up. It was, and he was 17, Ginger was 11. It was something that the doctor, and I'll get into it, punctured internally, and otherwise he would be here today. So it's just feeling guilty of not being able to save them. So, you just have to move on from those types of feelings so that you can continue to grow. So with whatever you're deep, think of what was your, and put in the comments below, what is your, if you want to share, what is your deep situation you're going through and needing to pull on that spirituality to help you. So it says, you can expect to kindle a new romantic relationship or close platonic friendship. You may suddenly receive an emotional message from someone to be or be invited to a social event. So this deer, she's standing there by the water. It's calm. There's a fish. So you're just being called. Like the fish is like saying, hey, come and join me. So you're being called. And again, we already know that this is a manifestation with you wanting to create your better life for yourself and coming out of a darker situation. So we know that it's going to be this close platonic friendship and receiving an emotional message, because we see in the distant future about a family that's been created for you. So we have that. So that's what you were doing distant past. Let's see one more card from the distant past animal guides that you can tell us a little bit more about this dark emotions and dark situation that stirred up these emotions. Four of fire, otter. And again, this is also a lot with family too, because you see this pair of otters, and what they'll do is, four, first of all, is foundation. So that's your support. So again, going back to family, that is your support. Your structure is also patience and planning. So with the fire, it's past, like I just said, funny enough, I just mentioned the sacral. So that's your fire, your sacral chakra. So your fire, your passion, your creativity. And with that, otters, they like to hold hands when they're asleep so that they don't disconnect from one another. So again, you have this situation. Maybe you did lose someone because the two of them in a dark moment and all of this emotions. So maybe it was that. So it says it's time to kick back, relax, and celebrate all that you have. Joy arises from success in your career, the completion of a project, or a very, very happy home life. So maybe that home life was disturbed, like similar to mine. Maybe that home life was disturbed for you that caused you to have this spiritual awakening and that you're pursuing. So speaking of pursuing, let's see what the immediate past tells us. Angel guides, tell us some more about this immediate past for the collective that they're going through, a change in their family situation, because now is in the distant future, it looks like you're going to have more of a found family. So let's see. Two of earth, so more earth, and another cat with the earth. Two is all about balance. And again, remember the elephant with the justice, the scales. So it's about the balance. So it's telling you fair decisions and doing the right thing. So with you having the loss of your family, it is just continuing on to balance your emotions with it, but do what's right. And there'll be other opportunities. So we have obsidian cat. You may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work and personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all you do. So you can see how this little cat has two balls, two yarn balls, and it's like balanced, playful, and taking care of that as well. So earth, again, is your family, is your foundation. So it's saying that you are going to have to make adjustments with that now that this loss or separation may have happened. So let's see, tell us some more about this immediate past, animal guides. What more can you tell us about this family situation going on? Tell us some more. Unity, 5. So 5 is all about change. Unity coming together. Again, 2 once more. So 2, 2, 2. So 2, there's a pair. So embrace this time of deep spiritual growth. Isn't that what we just said? Spend time with others who are also on a sacred path. Compare traditional methods with new ideas. Spend time with others. Remember, I said your found family, that as you're going through the spiritual awakening, you are going to meet others who are on that same path. So you will unite with those people. So you may not have your family anymore, but you will certainly have found family. And as I mentioned, sometimes the mundane just doesn't help, which is why you turn to more esoteric modalities. And you have that here. Compare traditional methods with new ideas. So you'll have a great conversation with others who are going through the same thing as yourself, and spending time and seeing the way you can take from one and take from the other, or what combination, or just one. So just you'll figure it out as you're working with the other people. So that's great. So now let's move to the present. So you now have the world. You're learning more. You've expanded your reach. Remember, 3 is all about expansion. So you've expanded not only your mind in following in through these esoteric modalities, but also expanding your network of people. So that's why you're meeting these others who have the like mind as you. So animal guides, what do you say about this present? 4 there. So now we're getting some swords, some of your mental. So it's really that you are going through a lot, and it's a koala bear. So see how he's curled up in the tree, eyes closed, needing a rest, taking a break. And that's what this is about. A lot is going on. Excuse me. A lot is going on with you. You're doing so much. You've gone through so much. So it says, thoroughly think things through before making a decision. Continuing to overanalyze isn't going to get you any closer to a resolution, but meditation and prayer will bring the answers you seek. And once again, 4 is your foundation. So get your foundation straight by taking some time again to meditate, close your eyes, rest, take care of yourself. Self-care is very important when you're going through a lot of drama or emotions, because emotions are high there. Take some time to connect with source, to disconnect from the outside world, get internal. Even if it's that you go for a walk, something. So let's see, tell us some more about this present situation. And again, as I'm pulling these, think, how is this in your life? Put the comments down below. Let me know how it's resonating with you. What do you do when you need to take a break? Do you go get a massage? Do you get a meditation time? Do some yoga? What is it that you do? But divine animal guides, tell us more about this present. 10 of earth, 10 of water, 10 of earth. So it shows now golden retriever. Commitment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and have pride in your heritage. Oh gosh, excuse me. And the accomplishments of your ancestors. So just like water was all about you getting your found family, earth is all about you. Again, earth is your base. It's all about you with your finances and your material needs. So as you're creating this new family life and 10-1 new beginnings, you're going to also focus on the finances and making sure that there's enough prosperity and material needs for everyone. So now let's move to the immediate future. So animal guides, we have going back to school, studying, expanding the mind even more. What more can you tell us about that situation for the collective? Ooh, this card wanted to come out. Aw, 6 of fire. It's a rescue dog, mixed breed. So it says, well, first off, let's analyze this little picture. 6 is all, again, it's about loyalty, self-sacrifice, responsibility. So you are feeling responsible for these new people that you've met up with. So that's something that's great. And look at this little rescue dog. He's leaping through a field of wildflowers out in a big glade. And you can see mountains in the distance. He has a banner with, again, remember the laurel of the Shetland sheepdog. Again, there's a laurel on this banner here. You can see it. And a little red banner. So it's just very excited. His tongue is hanging out. He's all happy. And it says, you may receive a promotion, be chosen for a scholarship, or find that you've singled out your, or find out that you're singled out for special recognition. You've done an amazing job and you deserve all the attention. So that's again your passion, your fire, your creativity. So all this work that you're learning, the new knowledge that you're gaining, you're helping others with it. You're feeling responsible for others. It's you being seen and recognized for that. So perhaps the people will turn to you. And just like I'm turned and become a life coach to help people, that's what you're beginning to do. So perhaps that's where you're taking your spiritual journey as well, is to help others, and you're getting recognized for it because you're doing such a great job. So tell us some more, animal guides, about this immediate future. What more can you tell the collective about that? So we have 3 of water, hummingbird. So 3 cups, 3 birds, beautiful. Look at the gorgeous flowers, the gorgeous birds, and they're coming together in celebration. So hummingbirds, see how fast their wings beat. This is why you can see some of the lines as if it's from the beating of their wings. And it says you have an exciting reason to celebrate, such as an engagement, wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. Remember to cherish those you love. So as you're going through your spiritual quest, you're meeting your new friends and your new family, you are going to really learn to cherish that love. Again, there's a lot of 3s in here. So 3, you're expanding, you are moving forward, you're going forward from the past, present, future. It's something that you're doing well with. You're finding harmony again. You're finding that joy. You're finding that love. And it's a great thing. So enjoy that in the immediate future. You are going to have such harmony in your life after such darkness. You'll be so thankful. So again, remember, no matter what may be happening, 1, it happens for a reason. And 2, you'll appreciate it later on once you've learned the lesson from it and see how it helped you to grow. Remember, this is all about your manifestation of your best life. That's what you want to do. So let's move to the distant future with this 10 of water. Animal guides, tell us some more about that, where it's this chosen family made out of your close friends for the collective, balancing it all, being happy. Tell us some more about that with rainbows overhead. 3 of air. So now we have 3 of air, a lot of 3s again. So it's rose-breasted grosbeak. So you can see one bird is comforting the other. So they're on this branch and there's some leaves that are very mature. So there's in a thick branch. So it's something that they're on solid ground, let's say, even though it's a limb. But they are getting comforted because sadness is a part of life, but you don't have to endure it alone. You may need a little time to heal, but once you work your way through the emotions, you'll be stronger than before. So remember, you were sad with the dark moon time period, you've lost family, and it's okay, because sadness, as I said, is a part of life, but it is also something that will help you to grow and help you see that you can overcome anything, and that is not the end for you. When you have such a loss, that is not the end. It is just a new beginning in another form, and with that, you'll be stronger than before. You'll have your found family and you'll have that support system again, and you'll be together in harmony. 3, remember, is harmony. So tell us one more card, Animal Guides, about this distant future for the collective. What more can you tell us about that? And we have the Emperor, 4. So there's a lot of 4s and 3s. Everything is 4, 3s, and 1s. So we have deer mouse. So you see this little deer mouse underneath. So they have their little tunnels below ground that they make, and they're vast, and they tunnels, and they have a collection of things. So here again, another butterfly showing you that it is renewal. And there's coins, like looks like from either buttons. Yeah, there's a buttons. Then there's some blueberries, some acorns. So there's a lot that are going on. Well, it's not acorns. Those look like pecans. I don't know. I don't eat either one. But anyway, there's some type of nut. And he's holding a flower. The Emperor. So that is, again, back to your support, your foundation, leadership. So you are going to take on a leadership role while you have done this spiritual journey of yours. You've learned so much. You've connected with others on that same path. You've made this found family, And now you have this leadership role. You will be the leader of this. So maybe you're starting a whole new type of, like I want to say, like for example, yoga has so many different type of teachers that then have their following. So it could be very well similar to that, where you have created this whole new type of spirituality mindset that you have collected others around you, like this little deer mouse has collected, and you're going to be the leader. So it says structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, as you have much wisdom to offer. Remember, you got all that wisdom when you were like the little tabby cat and you were learning more and more. So that's what you were doing. You have a lot of wisdom. You're not only from what you learned from a book, but also from your life experiences. So take on that leadership role. Be happy for that, because you are going to be, remember, we're talking about all the recognition and such. That's also a part of it. And then at the bottom, we have Queen of Earth. And it says thoughtful, caring, creative, ingenious. And that's who you are. You are, again, queens are all about the nurturing. That's what you see. This Belgian hare has two little bunnies with her. She has her golden crown. They're in this lush greenery because it's the earth again. So it says, you'll be given advice that's both practical and creative, and it should be followed precisely. Focus only upon the positive in every situation or person. And that's what you do. So focus on the positive. There's no more need to think of the negative. Sure, again, like I said, sadness is there, it can come and go. Life is what it is. But remember to pivot. Don't dwell on the negativity. Acknowledge it, and take a deep breath, and then find something that's positive in it. Okay? And that's your message. So you have a great opportunity. So let's see what crystal will enhance this message for the collective. So Divine, what crystal will enhance this message for the collective? Divine, what crystal will enhance the message for the collective? What crystal will enhance the message for the collective? So let's see what we have here. Ah, isn't that beautiful? Smoky quartz. And I have a couple of them. It says, let it go. So quartz amplifies anything anyway. Clear crystal quartz. Smoky quartz is also about relationships and what's within you. So it's telling you, with the loss of your family, the feelings that you had with it, the disappointment, the sadness, the anger, the disbelief. So you just have to let it all go. Let it go so that you can make space for what is meant for you, which is your family, that is your found family of friends who are around you and are able to support you. Let it go, move on, and that's what you have to do. Get a piece of smoky quartz, hold it in your hand, meditate with it, keep it near you. So whenever you feel a certain way about past and loss of family or what have you, pick it up and hold it. And just remember to let it go. Let it go and move forward, because look at what this message is telling you. It's beautiful, it's positive, and it's showing you that there is still more to your life than what you thought it was before. And loss like that, it doesn't matter. It teaches you and shows you how much stronger you can be, the resources that you can pull on. Remember the magician in the very beginning? Use all of the resources, because what's above, so below. And that is what you have. What's in your mind is what you will put out. So keep positive, continue on your spiritual quest, and know that you cannot be stopped. You are there to help others and to be a leader. So that is your message for you today. I do hope that this message resonates with you. If it did, I would be so thankful if you will like the video, share it with your friends so it can extend the message further out into the collective. There are definitely people who need to hear this. And to subscribe to PYJynJoy. Click the notification bell so that you know when I have a new post. But I post every day, whether it's like a motivational literal post or it's a video, reading, some shorts, reels that are available to give you some quick motivation. So I appreciate you, and I hope that this message does you well. Leave comments below. If you want a one-on-one, go to PYJynJoy, PYJynJoy.com for a session one-on-one with me. Until we see each other again, love, light, and joy.